Okay, let's look in more detail at blood sugar control. So remember, the organ that's detecting the changes in your blood glucose is your pancreas. And as the blood passes through your pancreas, the amount of glucose in your blood is being sampled and tested. If there's too much blood glucose, the blood glucose levels are too high and you are hyperglycemic, the response of your pancreas is to make insulin, to increase the amount of insulin, and the insulin stimulates your liver to take that glucose and turn it into glycogen. The glycogen is insoluble, and so the amount of glucose dissolved in your blood is reduced, and your body will continue to do this until normal blood glucose levels are restored. Remember, at the same time, you're using glucose all the time for respiration in cells. So if you're exercising, for example, if you go for a run, then your muscle cells will need more energy and they'll be using up glucose at a faster rate. Once your blood glucose level falls and gets too low, if you're hypoglycemic, then we need to reverse that process, and higher tier people need to know that your pancreas does that by producing a hormone called glucagon. The glucagon does the opposite job to insulin and makes your liver turn the glycogen that it's already stored back into glucose. So the glucose levels in your blood will go up and they'll return to normal again. Right, so try to get your head around the role of both hormones if you are doing higher tier. If you're doing foundation tier, you only need to write about the role of insulin in reducing the amount of glucose in your bloodstream. Okay, now if you're diabetic, you could be type 1 diabetic, which means that your pancreas doesn't make insulin and therefore you need to inject it. Or you could be type 2 diabetic, where your pancreas doesn't make enough insulin and your body is less sensitive to its effects. Type 2 diabetes is associated with being very overweight and can be controlled by diet. Type 1 diabetes is a genetic problem and is controlled by injecting insulin because your pancreas doesn't make it.